Okay. Let me see. Is this other one? Is this other one still going? No, it's not. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. My, started, really, like my connection or whatever was not going great for whatever reason. Engineering status log. D-Singe reporting. Singe, I don't know. I've installed one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity could knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match splinter. Source of termination. Blunt trauma to critical areas. Evidence suggests these bioforms were eliminated in close combat by unarmed troopers. So they're still pretty vulnerable. Hang on just a minute. Anyway. Oh, brother! It's one of the few instances where we actually have the zombies in a Metroid game. I didn't scan these. What the heck? Bioform scan complete. Hang on, guys. I'm doing my homework. Codex genome match splinter. Targets were terminated by a variety of trooper weapons. Unknown biochemical residue present on several exoskeletons. Further research recommended. Just a little loud. Turn that down. Download your logbook. Morphology, Dark Trooper, deceased GF soldier. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass. Volume sounds... The sound sounds fine to me. And I've got mine at, like, 49% for like feedback. That is, like, I'm listening to the stream. But I don't know if you heard what I was saying last time around, like before the stream just collapsed, but I was talking about how, like, the only instance of, like, something like parasitic fusion being incomplete, besides the Luminoth self-terminating, would be in this. Like, this is the only instance, really, because it's dead, you know. Bioscans indicate terminated life signs in this trooper and the presence of an unknown biomass with parasitic tendencies. Though the trooper's armor has been compromised, the bulk of it remains intact. Weapon systems remain online as well. Full parasitic fusion has yet to be obtained, resulting in low agility and response time. Well, they're not dead in the sense that the Ing that possess them are dead. They're dead in the sense that, well, the corpse, like, they're possessed corpses. Which, like, apparently the Ing kinda, it's like, because they don't have active, like, currents, so to speak, in their body, the Ying have some difficulty just possessing them properly. System restored. Scan rises opinion. We're all set. There's that music. Look who it is. Unknown dimensional anomaly. Anomaly seems to be a dimensional rift. Target, destination, unknown. Bioscan complete, unknown bioforms, 0 life signs. Evidence suggests target was caught in a power cell explosion. Cellular breakdown from radiation exposure present in 72% of target's biomass. Cause of death, cardiac arrest due to electrocution. Subject was ensnared in a network of live wires leading from an active power source. Now that is what I call some tripwire. She's like, follow me if you dare. think about it. No, you didn't. Rude! They're just here to observe the situation, and if one of them is vulnerable, got him! Of course. What's a Metroid game without, being able to, without, like, acquiring your equipment over time, The intro to this game is such a... I love the opening of this game so much. Like, okay. Like, I think the openings of this game, Super Metroid, and Dread, and kind of Prime. I mean, they all have great openings in their own regard, but, like, just this one in particular, just kind of, like, has such a what the heck was that just kind of feel to it. You're just like and Dread, of course, has an awesome opening as well. Just the tension build up as you approach ZDR, and Adam being like, the bounty for this mission does not seem appropriate. The risk clearly outweighs the reward. And then just kind of the zoom in as the countdown, 10, 9, 8, of reaching the surface. And then you encounter Ravenbeak, and he just whoops you. But seeing a Chozo, like, in a Warrior Chozo in action, such a great opening as well. But this as well, though, like, it does, like, the opening of Dread does have, like, mystique to it, or mystery to it. But this one in particular has that mystery to it of, like, wait a minute, there's somebody who looks like me, and then, the Ying and the Dark World and stuff like that. And, it kind of shoots for a more horror feel to it than your average Metroid game, which is like, what also makes Prime 2 stand out. You're just kind of like, oh. Also, fun fact, this was the part of why I have such a huge soft spot for this game in particular is because I basically... See, unable to interface with, or... Yeah. This game was basically my introduction to Metroid. Back when I was 7 years old and I was watching somebody play this, and I was like, ooh, what is this? This is really cool. Lock armor disengage. Destroy locks to activate the gate. Oh, whoops. Okay. very long. Which I actually did, you know, it's kind of like with every new Star Wars, with every Star Wars newcomer or something, they are owed, like, even though it's huge, it is extreme common knowledge to know that Darth Vader is Luke's father, but there are some people who still don't know that. So every Star Wars newcomer is owed the big shock that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Similarly, with Metroid, every newcomer to Metroid is owed the shock that Samus is a chick if they didn't know that already. Because that's kind of the tradition that just goes throughout the series, right? I mean, ever since the beginning. Anyway, control system on... And I had that watching this game. I didn't know that Samus was a girl. And plus, my only knowledge of Samus before this was either from Super Smash Bros. Melee and or the original Super Smash Brothers. And so Samus is a cool character. Aiden! Where have you been? Now you're making me want to start over and show you the whole intro and stuff again, but... Well, I've kind of showed you how it begins anyway. But anyway. But yeah, basically what you missed is... the introduction of Dark Samus and the Ing and Dark Ether and stuff. Which is awesome, but anyway. Control system online. Industrial... Yeah. Well, you know, I was 7 years old at the time. I didn't necessarily know that the hourglass waist was really an indicator, you know. But it was in this one particular elevator scene when there was like a shot, like a close-up of her eyes, and I'm like, hold up, is she a girl? I'm like, oh, okay. Ew, cuties. I'm joking. I actually never had that sort of feel that, you know, it's like, eh, cuties, girls, or whatever. I mean, probably that was because I grew up with 5 older sisters, so I was around girls all the freaking time. Anyway. Well, good. You're here to stay. Anyway. Object scan complete. This is a secure Galactic Federation crate. These crates are made of the strongest metals in the cosmos that cannot be destroyed. Let's start. Make sure all dead local bugs die. Oh yeah, the Dark Troopers. Yeah, the Dark Troopers. The corpses being possessed by the Ing and they're attacking me. Yeah, there was that as well. 100mm cannot translate in text, blah, blah, blah. Oh. I need to get a scan of these cocoons before they burst because I can't scan them afterwards. So I was telling Jay Wright earlier, this is actually timely that I'm doing this, and I think I was inspired to do this because I was editing the next part of Half-Life 2, but the next episode of Half-Life 2 introduces the antlions, and the antlions reminded me of the splinters. So, splinter cocoon, protective structure for sleeping splinters. Destroying the structure will eliminate the splinter inside, but will also alert other splinters nearby. Splinters will enter their protective cocoons when tired or sated. Sated? I forgot that was a word. Yeah. Splinters will enter their okay. The cocoon is durable but can be destroyed by weapons. Fire. Destroying a cocoon will kill the splinter inside. When this occurs, the dying splinter will emit a shriek that will alert all nearby splinters in hibernation. This will drive them into battle frenzy as a defense mechanism. Indeed. Here are the splinters! The splinters are here! Oh, let's get a scan of the crawly. Line post with safety bubble. I love your recap. That's hilarious. Anyway. Morphology, green crawly, omnivorous hunter-gatherer. Simple-minded creature patrols turf in search of nourishment. Low threat index. Avoid physical contact. The cousin to the dimensional shifting crawly, the green crawly spends its day roaming in search of food. A genetic defect prevents its back crystal from harnessing energy and opening warp portals. It is doubtful the green crawly misses this ability. Lol. Morphology destroys splinter, compromise, hibernation structures. Oh, also, Aiden, observe when I go into morph ball mode. The moth's like floating around me when I'm in morph ball mode. It's so adorable. Oh wait, hang on. I need to get this scan first. Mark. Is that what MK means? Mark. Like Mark II. Bridge, portable bridge system. This bridge is durable, but often locks in place, leading the Marines to call for a new design. This bridge is, the Mark III should enter service within the next 8 cycles. Whatever a cycle is. Whoa, whoops. Oh, look. So this will happen every now and again because Aether is, you know, it's suffering the, like, dimensional, you know, the 2 dimensions. Every now and again, the sky will, like, you'll see dark Aether. It's like the game doesn't actually, kind of has a weather cycle, but not really. This is a GF combat crane. Portable lifting system used by troops to assemble temporary battle structures. Powerful winch system, limp, and moves objects quickly. Ha ha ha. Makes sense. Hardy, hardy, hard. New lore. Oh, PFC, private first class. That's what it means, right? I would imagine. Veroni. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time, and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on the watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Sarcastic Marine. I love it. Uh-huh. Ah, rats. Temple grounds, baby. At least in this game, you don't lose the charge beam early on. No, what? Control system, winch engaged. Oh. I could scan that, but no. Also, I love the whip back and forth. It's very nice. Those are nutrient biomatter protected by thick exobarrier and tensile webbing. Possible source of nourishment for local bioforms. I wasn't aware you were that familiar with the that quote there, Jay, right? Hey, look, more moths. Behold my army. Anyway. Mark 7 defense gate, durable Federation barrier, composed of dinsium, and invulnerable to most weapons, though high-yield explosives are effective. Often used in conjunction with the remote scan access control panel. Indeed. You mean this thing? Gate security protocol initiated. You are cleared to proceed. Some gates will remain locked down to prevent future incursions by hostile forces. Effective, I suppose. Whoop. Wait, I didn't scan these? Oh, I didn't. Whoops. Well, it's a good thing I did, because, predatory insectoid hunter. Splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. Wait, Aiden, are you saying that you're an orange cat? Anyway, when it isn't hunting, a splinter will secrete a protective cocoon around itself and enter a state of hibernation. Localized seismic disturbances will awaken the splinter, triggering a state of blood frenzy in the process. While in this state, a splinter emits pheromones that trigger frenzy in all nearby splinters. Disturbing a pack of sleeping splinters is not advisable. Oh. Blacked out on me. Thankfully, when that happens, it doesn't really show that much on my screen or on the feed itself. Now, I don't really know what's causing that. It might be like a loose wire or something. Maybe. Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Private First Class El Broda. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. I'll be at peace, son of Earth. Comm system activated, initiating automated distress signal. Adjusting transmitter for optimum performance. I don't know, you tell me. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. Target. Galactic Federation Communications Array. Target is part of a deep space communication system. Local interference is jamming a signal. Until conditions clear, it is effectively useless. So I have actually tried waiting until all except for the Sky Temple and Dark Ether were cleared. And then trying that to see if anything happened, but no, it does the same thing. Oh, more Dark Troopers. You mean G-Man's unholy cousin? The new SpongeBob SquarePants. Never heard it described that way before, but you know what? Where's the leak, ma'am? Growler class turret. Lightly armored gun used for point defense. Fast targets can evade its tracking system. The GM-42 Growler class turret is a dated design, though still quite effective as a point defense system. It is lightly armored, and fast-moving targets can evade its tracking system. Several copies of the system exist, including the Space Pirate Humility class automated turret. Alright, grabbing some Wasser. I'll let you do your thing, and then I'll blow you up. Honestly, in these later years, I've come to find SpongeBob rather amusing. But I think a good deal of that is because he works at a restaurant and I work at a pizza place as well, and I both do. And so, you know, Squidward in particular has become really hilarious because he's basically what you want to say to a customer, but you're not allowed to. Because you're customer service representative. Your interface module is used to operate this escape. Okay. Object scan complete. Biostructure has been compromised by burrowing predators. Tunnel leads to control area. Plus, I have told people that unable scan target local interference blocking scan visor. Recommend scanning object from close range to counter the interference. Plus, like, I have thought to myself, well, hey, I'll just like I have half a mind. I have half a mind to, like, you know, after a while, if somebody If I keep getting the same stupid question or whatever over the phone, it's like, is this Pop Murphy's? Or after I just say that this is Pop Murphy's, then I might just respond with, no, this is Patrick. In an erratic fashion. Yeah, you can say that again. Anyway. Okay, so if PFC is private first class, then what is SPC? What I'm wondering. Oh, what's... shoot. M. Anxeth. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. You find out later that that is a chick. That one in particular. Reminds me of the yeah. On patrol in the Dasher system, we engaged an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and passed on the planet Aether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Aether's atmosphere. Did I even read that? Heavy magnetic can have good endurance to disable the comm systems. Upon landing, we split into two units, one to set up an off space, the other to repair the ship. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared. Eventually, I still would like to write like a fanfic, just novelizing the whole fate of Squad Bravo or something. That'd be interesting. They're the, I don't know, poison version of the Antlions, I don't know. It's a nice little instance of show, don't tell, you know. Just like, you know, she doesn't say a word, but, you know, she demonstrates, you know, compassion and regret and stuff. You know, and respect for the fallen and stuff. You know. Captain A. Exeter. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. I couldn't agree more. Record damaged. Unable to restore access. Seek individual login trees. Yep. GFS tier. Anhur class patrol ship. Used to transport Galactic Federation Marines. Vessel has sustained damage. Heavy combat damage. The Anhur class is a state-of-the-art warship designed to police and defend planetary systems. This ship, the GFS tier, has been heavily damaged. It appears that the crew have dismantled parts of the tier as well, possibly for use as makeshift defense systems. In Milton Gosti's fan remake of Metroid 2 AM2R, he puts one of these in the background, which is pretty awesome. Hang on, there's an order of operations here. Triplet. Do you know what SPC means, Aiden? Because I'm trying to figure that out. Like, rank. Triplet. Anyway. The Sarge says those... Okay, oh, this is the log I was talking about. That I'm wondering... From a lore perspective, this could be a reference to the Krikens. But this might also be a reference to the Antlions, I don't know, because they did come out the same year. Prime 2 and Half-Life 2, but I think 04, right? The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Broad, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. Okay. Order of operations that I mentioned. First scan that other guy, then go to Broad. Lieutenant Corporal J. Broad. Squad, quiet down. Ah, specialist. I wonder, okay. J. Broad. Man, I hope that is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. Hehehe. Just imagine you're trying to get Broad to cover you. And he's like, no! Just because he wants to not run out of ammo or something. Private first class. G. Haley. Oh, this is the guy who was losing it. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. Yep, he's lost it. Private First Class S. Milligan. Broda lost the bet. Or Browda, I don't know. Which was the guy who said, we'll make our stand here, you know, and, like, I lost the bet. So he switched watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey! Halt! No! Help! Transmission ends. Oh, Aiden, you also missed Ankseth's, let's see, is it Force 2? Okay, here we go, Ankseth. She was in the previous room. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here, and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a holo screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran, and she'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Which, that's important because of, Cranny's log? Private First Class Cranny. Galactic Federation Marine, blah, blah, blah. Last night at Chow, Angseth starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in this Samus, or Bigfoot, or Santa Claus, she can. Interestingly, it said destroy a planet. So either this is like, you know, referencing Super Metroid, but out of sequence because Super Metroid is later in the timeline, or Angseth is exaggerating. Oh, missile launcher acquired. Oh, hello. You look like splinters, but dark. Oh, whoops. Shoot. Dark Splinter, Darkling-possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the splinter augments its strength and durability. Threat level raised. Targeted is host to a parasitic bio... Geez, you can hardly see it. Targeted is host to a parasitic bioform. The presence of the parasite increases the target's overall combat threat level. So the symbiote got it. Target is host to a parasitic bioform. The presence of the parasite increases the target's overall combat level. Concentrated weapons fire will damage the target. Sorry, mon ami. Light bulb. Brada, Veroni, Cranny. Milligan, Denny's, and McCullough. First Lieutenant Smythe, squad leader. So he would be the guy who would be saying, "Squad, quiet down." Anyway, grip. Oh, I wasn't reading. Okay, trooper. Grip, tech, X Dominguez, medic. Ah, yeah, so he's the doctor. So, what was it? Veroni was talking to Dominguez. Haley, trooper. Angseth, comms. Yeah, so she was the specialist. Yeah, so she was the communications person. Lieutenant Corporal. Is that what that is? Yeah. Road Trooper. Probably first class. Willis, Tech. What would Tech be? Would that be like an engineer? Or like... Lieutenant Commander, Huxley. Oh yeah, so there are two medics actually on this. I didn't realize that. Because I remember Huxley, but I wasn't paying attention to Dominguez also being a medic. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So actually, he was probably talking to Huxley, since it seems he's actually more like higher, like he's higher in rank, I think, than yeah. Dominguez is a private, but he's a lieutenant commander. Mons, first trooper. Reeves, science. Sergeant, specialist, triplet, gunner. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, still toying with the idea of doing like a story based on these guys, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get to it. Okay, well, see, this one says engineer, not tech, but weird. There's a difference, apparently. First trooper. Wasn't there a first trooper? No. Maybe. Ah, well. Lieutenant Corporal. Then Captain A. Exeter, commanding officer. Commander K. Starling, pilot. I can only imagine like all of these like light up as a screen or something. That'd be pretty neat. Gives you quite the field of vision, huh? Alright. Okay. Analysis complete. Object appears to be a damaged piece of powered art. Holo projectors are offline. Combat damage appears final. Repairs are unlikely. Hang on. Do any of these have the first initial E? Oh look, Trooper E. Dennis. There's one. He. I'll let you figure that one out, Aiden. Power restored to kinetic orb cannon. Unit locked in current firing position. Auto fire featured enabled. is a blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to most weapons. A missile blast may damage it. Oh, you know, red door. Classic Metroid. Here's the last. Oh, E. Dennis. What do you know? Well, he's a soldier. His name starts with an E. Anyway, Galactic Federation. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone, dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Oh, brother. Presence of a control system. Interface method unknown. Control units not present in the visible spectrum or current time space. Why, hello there. Frickin' war wasps here too. Cunning aerial hunter. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Wow. Target can fire blasts of energy at foes. The war wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it is pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast-working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. If it battles foes at range, it will fire bursts of potent energy. What? Oh. Howdy, neighbor. Storage device. Most of the units, materials used to make it are indigenous to Aether. It is sturdy but not indestructible. Duly noted. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to pronouncing Ether, the planet. I'll sometimes say Ether, I'll sometimes Ether, I'll sometimes say Aether, and then on occasion I'll mix the sounds. War Wasp Hive. Organic domicile for insect predators. Destroying this structure will eliminate war wasps inside. Explosive weapons can damage it. War wasps require considerable amounts of sleep after a long hunt. They weave a protective hive from organic fluids they secrete themselves, then crawl inside to rest. Though safe from most predators, the hives can be damaged by explosive weapons. Say no more. Also, that wasn't really the best shot, but hey. They're like, bro, we really need to take a nap. This hive has been heavily damaged. Only remnants of good shall remain. Oh, this was a logbook entry thing. Kinetic orb cannon fires small spherical objects at high speeds. Scan interface panel to bring the cannon online. Then enter the hologram to fire. The purpose of the kinetic orb cannon is unclear. It may have originally been designed for industrial use, then converted to a combat system in later times. It's like, yeah, we're not really sure what this thing does, or what this thing is for, but, hey, it fires large balls. Oh, ow. Oh, right, I was supposed to do that first, and then throw myself up against the wall. Hello there. Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. You are a bold one. Kill him. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. So, only just a little bit after the other guy. Target size and muscle mass suggest heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. A lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind? Question mark. My scan visor is asking me questions, alright. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed, rather. The screen blacked out at the same time. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of carrion feeding. Whoa. No! Rude! I didn't get to scan. So for the longest time, I actually did not know this save station existed. Okay, well, I got a scan or a save station here anyway. I'll probably go ahead and call it, I guess. Well, thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, and I hope to see you next time for some more Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Ciao.